Ready? Yeah. All right, Shalom, Shalom. We're the brothers from the great Millstone branch, representing the church here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming back to you with another quick and hopefully edifying lesson through the power and spirit of the Most High and the Son, who this present evil, wicked world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. But in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, we know the Father as Yahweh, which means He is or He exists, and the Son would be Yahweh Shai, which means He's the Savior or the Deliverer for the elect of the nation of Israel. But before we get into this quick lesson, we'd like to give all praise, all honor, and all infinite glory to the Creator of the heavens and the earth, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakadash. Double honors to our elders and our apostles at Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace, love, blessings, and many salutations to the Lord's elect. Now, me and the brother Shamaria came together to do a quick in transit on the way to the line, man. And we couldn't think of a topic, so we just cut the camera on. And the first scripture that we go get is 2 Ezra 6:54.
2 Ezra 6:54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest, Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Read it back, slow it down just a little bit.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest, Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
So we all come out of Adam. That's what the Bible teaches, you feel me? And that's what it is. It was the family of the Adamites, but it was a chosen line called Adam. And it says, of him come we all. So everybody thinks everybody's created equal and we all on the same level, and that's not how the Most High plays, man. The same way you go and choose out an outfit of what you want, you got a favorite this and a favorite that. The Most High also have favorites. What's that? 2 Ezra 5. Real quick, get that first, and then we can go back to that. What is it, like 24 maybe? Yeah, because the Most High has favorites, man. We is made in this image, and the image of Him created us.
So 2 Ezra 5:24, and of all lands of the whole world. Verse 23, verse 22, and my soul recovered the spirit of understanding, and I began to talk with the Most High again, and said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one only vine.
So the Most High chose one vine out of all the vines, out of all the trees, He chose one special kind.
It said, verse 24, and of all lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit.
And we all know that's talking about Jerusalem, man. Jerusalem is the Holy Land. Jerusalem is the chosen land. So He chose trees, He chose lands.
It says, and of all the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers thereof one lily.
So He chose a flower, all the flowers, all the diversity of flowers, He chose one.
And of all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled thee one river, and of all builded cities, thou hast allowed Zion unto thyself. Hallowed Zion unto thyself. It says, verse 26, and of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove, and of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep. And among all the multitude of people, thou hast gotten thee one people, and unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all.
Now go back to what's the face. Now, we all know that the chosen people was you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, which makes up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, man. So the Most High chooses things. He said, out of all of these, He chose one. Out of all of these, He chose one. Out of all of these, He chose one. So it's not a equal opportunist, man. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai is a racist, man. He's a should I say prejudice? What? Separatist. That's the perfect word. He's a separatist, man. He separates things and make them holy. He made us his chosen people, his holy people, because he set us apart and gave us a law and ways and customs to follow, man.
It says, back in 2 Esdras 6:54, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
So all the people on the face of the world come out of Adam.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
That's that separatist part. He just separated all the people, and then he said, and the people whom thou have chosen.
Right, because you gotta remember, these other nations, they create their own gods because they don't have one. You know what I'm saying? So who did the Lord set up to be an example for the rest of these nations? He set up Israel to be a God for the rest of these heathens. So in order for us to be a God for these heathens, we have to be united with our power. You know what I'm saying? Which the Lord, he chose Israel out of the whole nations of the earth, meaning somebody got to get disregarded, you know, which is the rest of these nations. The Lord disregarded the rest of these nations, and he set up Israel on high. Matter of fact, I got a quick precept. Through these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's how Israel was set on high. That's how he chose Israel, by giving them the laws, giving them and dealing with them as a people. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, all right, verse 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. And see, it don't matter, you know, if you're an Israelite, it don't matter what land you dwell in. All right, you're supposed to still keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Why? Because that's your heritage as a man.
Not to cut you off, but the Most High Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai said, anywhere we set our feet is our land anyway. Because the word was, well, he about to go back and get that anyway, so I don't want to jump the gun. But anywhere an Israelite is, that's ours anyway. America, what? That's ours. This is our shit. The Most High set us up and gave us dominion over everything.
It says, Deuteronomy 4:6, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. And see, now with the law, statutes, and commandments being applied, right? Now these other nations, they could look up to us for guidance. You know what I'm saying? Because these other nations, they ain't got it, man. They just don't got it. When it comes to judging righteously, when it comes to handling a situation, these other nations, they don't know what to do. But when it comes to the Israelites judging things, we have set laws on how to live life. Yeah, and every situation in life, how to handle it the correct way, it's scriptures on it, man.
Yeah, because we got the measuring stick, man. Just like when you go to Revelations and they talk about the reed and the rod, man. To do what? To teach and measure Israel. It's all about Israel.
That's it on that. Back in 2 Esdras. Yeah. 2 Esdras chapter 6, verse 50. I'll read 54 back. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Verse 55, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
The world was made for us, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah made everything in it for his chosen people, man. To enjoy the women, the air, the water, the food. Everything was made for our sakes.
Right, and then that's a big responsibility, because the scriptures say where much
is given.
Where much is given, much is required. And the Lord said the world was made for our sake. So that means we have to keep these law, statutes, and commandments to tend to the world, man. To keep the world in order, we have to keep these law, statutes, and commandments. That's why when we left from them, it was so detrimental to the state of Israel. That's why we so fucked up as a people now, because we left these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's why the world's so fucked up. Because the Israelites is not keeping the laws, man. That's why the world is fucked up. And now the heathens, now they have dominion over it. And they not keeping the laws of the Lord, you know? So what is the Lord doing now? The Lord he's making even more of a separation. Now it's a sifting season. All right, now he's making a separation within the nation of Israel. You got wicked Israelites, and then you got righteous Israelites that's trying to return back to the Lord. And that's a separation within itself, within the nation of Israel. But this is verse 56. It says, as for the other people
who are not Israelites, to bring it back full circle, because it's all about Israel. It's all about the covenant that Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai made with us, and no one else. He chose us.
It says, verse 56, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
No, everybody equal.
It says, thou hast said that they are nothing.
No, they better than the Israelites.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai said these other nations is nothing.
It says, but be like unto spittle.
Spittle is slobber or spit that fly out your mouth when you talk. You don't give a shit about no spit that fly out your mouth. If you driving down the street in the car and you talking to someone outside the car and then spittle come out your mouth, is you go pull over and try to go cover that spit? No.
Yeah, another thing too, that's looked upon as nasty. You know what I'm saying? Spittle is looked upon as disgusting. It's ridiculed. Nobody likes it. If you do talk and a little spit come out and it land on somebody, that's offensive. So basically, that's the estate of these other heathens. They nasty. They disgusting. They ridicule. They're undesirable.
The key read is about to tell you exactly what they are.
It says, it has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So, right, like imagine you got a bucket of water, you got two big ass buckets of water, and one drop come out one of the buckets of water. You're not going to be fazed by it, man. You're not even going to acknowledge it. So that's how the Lord is comparing the rest of these other nations. They're not even acknowledging this. It says, verse 57, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing,
they always had a reputation of being nothing.
Have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
Okay, what's the point on that? Get to Isaiah 40 and what's that? 15 to 17.
It's Isaiah chapter 40, verse 15. Say, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
That's the same thing as we just heard Ezra break down. So I guess, I ain't for sure, but I guess Ezra is, no, I ain't even gonna throw that out there, just keep reading.
It said, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the owls as a very little thing. Right. He said he taketh up the owls as a very little thing. Meaning basically like this is nothing to the Lord, man. This is light work to the Lord. It says, verse 16, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beasts thereof sufficient for a burnt offering.
On this next verse.
All nations before him.
All nations outside of the nation of Israel, because we know that he loved the nation of Israel and he chose them. So you have to read this with your spiritual lenses and put 1 + 1 together and equal 2.
It says, all nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing.
So these nations is less than nothing to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. So how did they begin to be lords over us? Get that Amos 3 and 1 and 2 and we'll close off. Because something had to happen for Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai's chosen people to end up on the bottom, and for these heathens, which have always had a reputation as nothing, to be lords over us.
It say Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel.
O children of Israel. That's all throughout the Bible. O children of Israel this. O children of Israel that. I love you, O children of Israel. I don't fuck with these other nations.
Against the whole family,
Against the whole family. That's the northern and the southern kingdom. That's Judah and Israel. Judah and Ephraim. However you want to mix and match it.
It said, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Because Moses brought us up out of the land of Egypt, man.
Well, yeah. It say, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
No, I know everybody.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah say, you only of all the families of the earth, out of all these 17 other different nations that I made, I chose you and I know you.
It says,
therefore,
you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for your iniquities.
That's what happened, man. He only chose us. He only gave us his laws, his statutes, and his commandments and a way to follow, and we didn't listen. So guess what? He put these other nations on top of us and gave them our toys to play with, man.
Exactly. See, these other heathens, man, they can wild out and do what the fuck they want to do. You know, they don't have a God, all right? But this is the thing. When they do wild out and do what the fuck they want to do, it's up to the Israelites to judge them and put them in order. Now, if the Israelites is not in the proper mindset, and if they not in the scriptures on the righteous, you know what I'm saying, if they not in the righteous mindset, they're not going to enforce the law on the heathens, which means we can't rule. The Lord not going to put us in a rulership to be able to rule if we're not enforcing the righteous laws.
Yeah, because we got to be sovereign. That's why when we become sovereign and Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai puts these laws into us, we'll be able to execute judgment the way it was written. Because you try to execute judgment here in America, you try to put a pedophile to death, you try to put a Mo to death, you try stoning an adulterous woman, man, your ass going down. So first and foremost, we got to be sovereign and with Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai with us. But hopefully that was it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, so hopefully that was edifying through the power and spirit of the Most High. With that, we go give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Kadash. Double honors once again to our elders. Peace, love, and blessings and salutations to the Lord's elect. Shalom and Abba Babal.